Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty, and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. If that sounds like your cup of tea or your double shot, please consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. And if you like what you see, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. We're diving right in. We're going to be testing out the brand new Colourpop Sage the Day palette. I'm so excited about this. If you know, you know. This is like my all-time favorite type of color story. I am also going to be comparing it to the Colourpop Star Wars Mandalorian palette. I instantly, once I bought this one, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's this repackaged. So we're going to dive in. My eyes are already prepped. I'm going to do a look with this palette. I have not swatched this or anything yet. I just received it, but it very much screams Mandalorian palette to me. So I am going to swatch this palette. And then I do also want to swatch kind of just up close, or let you guys see up close, these few shades here. This is Lit Vibes, Tree of Life, and Nature Bay. Just so you can see the shifts in them. I think they're quite stunning. And then we're gonna check out the Mandalorian palette. I've used this palette so many times. I love it. It's a standout. It's a favorite of mine. Very similar. So there is the difference. Yeah, if you already have this, don't buy this. You don't need this. Unless you're really looking at the like multi-chromes and you're like, oh, I need to have those. Tonally, they're near the same. They both have a neutral shade. They both have like a lighter inner corner type shade. It is definitely quite similar to the Mandalorian palette. So I am going to go ahead and do a look with this palette. It's most likely going to look like most of the looks I've gotten from this one. Yeah, anyway. First, I'm going to go into Sips Tea. It's a little bit drier. I'm getting a little bit more kickback than I typically do. That doesn't bother me. I'm noting it for you guys. And my eyes are prepped with my Glam Light Icing Eye Base in Buttercream. And I like to press or stamp in place first, especially with a drier formula, or a lot of times with a more pastel shade. This kind of really gives me the best bang for the buck and allows for the best color payoff if I kind of go in and stamp. Now I'm going to take the brush and just sweep the very, very edges, just so I have a soft blend. It's pretty. I feel like it's true to pan. Next, I'm going to go into Keep Calm, which is a more sagey green. Yeah, definitely a lot of kick up in this pan, you guys. Definitely a lot of kick up here. Same thing, except I'm coming slightly lower on the lid. Again, pressing it into place. And then I'm lightly, again, just going to sweep. And I'm barely touching my skin when I say that, you guys. All right, also true to pan. I mean, I'm not going to complain because I feel like the shimmers in here are different enough that I can use both kind of, you know, cohesively together. Did I need this palette? No. Do you need this palette? Yes, if you like this color story and you don't have the Mandalorian. Next, I'm going to go into Smudge Me, which is that kind of greened, grungy brown. These are one of my favorite types of colors. I love them, and I'm going a little lower. Each time I'm just going a little lower and a little deeper in tone. Ooh, that packs a punch, baby. That is pretty. For these to feel a little bit drier in the pan, I was kind of unsure how they were going to work and blend out, but they're blending great. I'm not having any issues at all. It is also very true to pan color. I'm going to go into another fluffy brush. These are from Empress Me. I'm putting a shimmer on so this part doesn't have to be like super perfect. I just like to make sure that the blend is there. I think I want to go into Manifest, which is one of their sequin shadows. And these they're not always my favorite at all. I mentioned that in my palette declutter, in my palette declutter series. I like to place these with my fingers kind of after the fact and after my look is like complete. And then the sequin formula or like the little, you know, shimmers inside of it actually tend to show up a little bit better. But I could do without these. Colourpop, we don't need these. I think I'm going to go in with Nature Bay. It's just calling my name. It's absolutely stunning. And I always just go in with my finger with my shimmer shades. And I'm going to press that into the probably first half or so of my lid. And it's going to look a little different based on whether or not it's on our dark shade or on that mint green. Beautiful. Nothing to write home about. I'm not disappointed that I have the palette, but after I got it, I was like, wait, you dumbass. It literally almost looks like the Mandalorian palette. I feel like you're going to get slightly different variations with this versus that one. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. And then I'm going to go into Tree of Life, which is kind of that varnished shade. And put that on the outer. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh. And put that on the outer corner. Ooh, okay. I like this. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm going to go back into Smudge Me, maybe a little bit of Manifest, just because I covered most of the matte. I'm going to go back into Smudge Me and continue this to the lower lash line. All right, I'm going to do the other eye off of camera. I'll come right back, and then I'm actually going to do some detailed comparison swatches of these two palettes. Let me know what you guys think so far. I'll BRB. All right, and then to finish off, I am going to go into, oh, I don't know, I think Lit Vibes. And I'm going on a teeny tiny little pencil brush. Oh, that little shift is beautiful. It has like a really pretty like peachy, pale green. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that. All right, I'm definitely not disappointed that I have this palette. Although, I mean, I could definitely create very, very similar looks with the other. I really like these shifts in the shimmer shades. Okay, so now we can compare. I mean, I feel like they're different-ish. Definitely here it's a little bit more white and icy, and then these are a little bit kind of more grungy green, and then it has the gold. I think I'm going to compare Right Hand Mando to Retreat Me. This seems more like silvery versus green, but there's definitely a greenness to it. So this one is Right Hand Mando and this one is Retreat Me. Yeah, I still feel like they're very, very similar. I mean, definitely this has a little bit more of a punch of green to it. On the lids though, I don't think you're going to see a huge difference. I'm going to go into the little neutral shade here, just like a Tatooine, and I'll compare that to Intuition. Intuition just maybe has a little bit more depth to it and is maybe slightly warmer, just like a Tatooine and Intuition. Again, on the lids, I don't think you're going to get much of a difference, y'all. Well, Precious Cargo is definitely more like white, but it does have a little bit of like yellow in it, yellowness to it. So I am going to also compare that to Lit Vibes. That's definitely a little bit more peach. The Lit Vibes is also a little bit more kind of chunky or textured. So this one is the Precious Cargo. This is Lit Vibes. Again, similar enough that on the lids, I don't think it's going to be a drastic change. I'm going to go into Droid Protocol, the Mandalorian palette. And then I think I'm going to compare it to Manifest over here. Manifest is the sequin shadow. This one is Droid Protocol. This one is Manifest. Yeah, guys, I feel like on the lids, there's definitely a little bit more depth here for sure. But I feel like on the lids, and especially on the outer corner and it being blended out, it's not going to be that much of a difference. And then I will do Baby Face and compare it to Keep Calm. Again, almost there as far as similarities. Baby Face, Keep Calm. Yeah, I probably didn't need to buy this. I know I didn't need to buy this, but it is what it is. I do like that there is the shift in the shimmer shades in the Sage the Day palette. And I'm not unhappy to have it. I just wanted to do, as soon as I bought it, I was like, that looks like the Mandalorian palette. And they are, of course, quite similar. Let me know what you think. I think it still was a really beautiful look. I'm still going to use it. This is a me palette and it's my vibe. Let me know if you picked this up. Let me know if you have both. Let me know if you already have the Mandalorian. If you do, you definitely do not need this. That's it, beauties. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.